Hey, you dorks, this is Gunnar Hansen, Leatherface from the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and you are listening to The Dorkening.
Hi, I'm Brian Johnson, and although you probably accidentally stumbled across it and have no idea why you're watching it, you are in fact watching The Dorkening.
Hello, this is Tom Kenny, voice actor, the voice of the Ice King on Adventure Time. And SpongeBob SquarePants. Ah, meow. Oh, Gary the Snail, too. Hey, guess what you're filling your eye holes and ear holes with? The Dorkening! Oh, I love the Dorkening. Very popular in Ooh. And Bikini Bottom.
Hi, I'm Lou Ferrigno. You're watching The Dorkening. And you know what? You don't like me when I get angry, so don't get me angry. You better keep watching The Dorkening.
Hey guys, this is Felissa Rose, and you're watching The Dorkening.
Hey guys, it's Courtney Palm. We're shooting Death House, and you're watching The Dorkening.
This is Anthony Michael Hall, and you're watching The Dorkening. Stay tuned, my friends are going to show you what entertainment's all about, baby.
The Dorkening.
The Dorkening and all affiliated shows are not intended for anyone under the age of 18. The following may contain discussions or scenes that have adult situations, graphic violence, nudity, strong sexual content, and graphic language. This show is intended for mature audiences only. Viewer discretion is advised.
Rise and shine, my sinners. When Father Evil starts his day, he gets a little deadly. Deadly Grounds coffee has the richest, smoothest flavor you'll find anywhere. It's sinfully delicious. Once you go deadly, you never go back. Order yours at getdeadly.com. Coffee's so good, it's scary.
It is Tuesday. You know what time it is. It's the Wicked Horror Show, powered by the Dorkening Podcast Network, and now on Hellfire Radio. With us today, we have Kevin.
What's going on, everybody?
Tony.
Well, I saw my picture pop up beforehand, so I was waiting for you to answer. What is going on, people?
Tony, would you like to introduce our awesome guest this evening?
Sure, I will. They are behind the door, plus many other things. But Tim Ohearn, hopefully I said that right, and Donna Hamblin.
Close enough.
You messed them both up, Tony. I'm just kidding. You didn't. So yeah, I mean, we were talking before the show, and both of you have a pretty impressive IMDb. You guys have been working quite a while. We just saw you also in Evil Under the Skin. We checked that out. And so how many times have you guys worked together so I'm sorry, Donna, are you involved with The Door as well? Are you like a producer on that or something? Or?
No, I'm not. No, I'm not.
Oh, okay.
But I did watch it. Yeah. Tim's movie. It's I was really blown away by it. So.
But you guys know each other. You work together.
Huh?
What's that?
I said maybe if he makes a part 2, I might be involved.
Yeah. But so how do you guys know each other, like in the industry? Like you've worked together obviously in a few things. You have some things coming out as well. So how did that all come to be?
Pretty sure. Luke, mutual friend of ours, filmmaker.
Mm-hmm.
He wrote actually one of the writers for Evil Under the Skin and a few other films that we were in together last year.
Mm-hmm.
And I also found out, Donna, what did you do in Dead Ink?
Oh, I did the with the necklace. I had like the little orchid in my hair. Oh my God, that's so long ago, Tim, and I can't remember the name. It was. Oh Jesus. I forgot the name of the short, but it's where he has the tattoo and the necklace, and he dies. That was actually filmed at one of my homes here in Las Vegas. So I don't know. Luke's gonna kill me, but I forgot the name of the short. It was yeah. But you did something too, didn't you? Go to Montreal to film for that?
Yes, yeah, that's why I was asked. I saw that listed today. I was looking up to see how many films we'd actually been in together, and I saw that listed on yours, and I was like,
Yeah,
wow,
I
I
forgot about that.
didn't even know she was in that. So
So that was probably like the first one that we were in together.
well, it was the first. Yeah, it was the first one I did with Luke. That's how I met Luke.
Nice. And you guys have worked together multiple times since then. And one of the things that Tim, you've kind of jumped over into directing as well now. You have a couple shorts that are out there. And so
Right.
are those were you doing like the festival run with those, or is it something where if people wanted to track these down, would they be able to find them?
Mirrors on you can find. The Doors actually still doing festivals.
Nice.
We've won 6 awards for that so far.
That's awesome.
We actually last weekend I was in Arizona to the Wild Bunch Film Festival, which is all westerns, nothing but westerns, and we won best fantasy film, and the lead actor won the best actor award. So
that's awesome. Yeah. And we definitely, we checked it out, and I enjoyed both shorts. And then it was one of those situations where I was like, okay, let me look up who this guy is on IMDb, and I'm like, this is the guy I've seen everywhere. Like, so you pop up in a lot of like independent, like really cool independent horror, which is pretty awesome. I mean, you're recognizable. You don't look like everyone else, so it's a good thing. So that's it's pretty great. So congrats on that, because it's tough to stand out in that world, I'm assuming.
Right. Yeah. Well, thanks. And obviously the shorts, the films I've been writing myself aren't, I don't know, I don't really consider them horror, so to speak.
Yeah. I mean, they have like a weird twist. Like they're definitely more artsy, but I think that they would fit in the genre. I mean, it's not, it's more of like a subgenre. Like there's a lot of wacky horror out there that I totally enjoy, that I wouldn't really necessarily put it as a slasher or anything like that. But yeah, I could see that fitting in that subgenre.
Okay.
Tony.
Well, I mean, my internet seems like it's freezing up. So
Yeah.
Could you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
All right. With this whole, I think right before we were talking, before the show started, and we were talking about the pandemic and how that affected, we've had some people on that, they've been taping throughout the whole situation, and some people that kind of went to a complete stall. Did both of your work? Were you working through it? Did you, have to find ways around it, or?
I wrote another creepy short that I didn't end up filming because of it. But I did just come off production. I did a full feature version of The Door. Greg Lambertson actually wrote the screenplay for it.
Really?
And I was in Ohio for 3 weeks. Just got home Wednesday from Arizona. 2 days after we wrapped shooting, me and Jeff, the lead, flew out to Arizona to the film festival, and then I just got home Wednesday. So
that answers a question that I'm sure Tony and I were both wondering, is if we were going to turn it into a feature. So that's pretty great.
Yeah.
So how, like when did the short, like it just was this year, right, that the short released?
Late last year. I mean.
Oh, okay. All right, and then it's being turned into a feature. That's pretty awesome. Like, is there you're just expanding on it, or is it something where it's are you going to retell the story that's in the short, or are you going to just
basically with a lot more backstory, obviously, on the main character, and I cast Vernon Wells plays the town tycoon.
Oh, nice. That's pretty awesome. Congrats on
to do that.
That's a big thing. So Donna, have you ever like dabbled in directing or anything like that?
I have actually directing and producing. So I had we're talking like 10, 12 years back. There's a screenplay that my good friend Kelly Garney wrote. He's a really great screenwriter. He wrote the story for me, but it was it was a beautiful movie. We filmed it 3 different times. It didn't work out. I put a lot of money into it, and it never came to fruition. I would love to see it done again. It was basically about a prostitute who was a heroin addict, and she befriended this mentally slow person that worked in the bar. They became best friends because they're the only ones who understood each other and would have anything to do with each other. So, I mean, I did that. It was so much work. I loved it. I learned so much from doing it. But would I do it again? If I had the time, yeah. I really prefer being in front of the camera. I found I enjoy the art of acting and, accomplishing that aspect in the whole industry rather than producing.
Yeah.
So, well, and I found as a producer and director with my movie, I was so hard on people, and that's just like not my nature. So that's another
because it's your baby, and it's just like you want it to be the way that you want it to be.
You want to believe me,
yeah, but it's
I think, and I'm sure that Tim can relate to this.
So go ahead.
When you have so much passion involved and you're trying to make it happen, then I think that all that can drive you into, your passion can drive you into probably being unwanted on your own set. Well, for me anyway.
Well,
yeah, I tried not to do that.
But. Yeah, you watch.
It's hard though, right?
What's that?
She said it's hard. It's hard not to.
It's hard not to do that.
Right. Oh yeah.
Well, you sent us a little clip. I think this is from Evil Under the Skin. Let's.
Yes.
Yes. Here we go.
This is how it starts. This is how it always starts.
All right, Matt. You need to relax.
No, I think I need to be a little more careful. So do you.
Are you ready for the best weekend of our lives?
Oh, yeah.
That's Evil Under the Skin. Out on VOD and I believe physical media. Just came out this month, I believe.
Nice.
Yeah.
And that's starring Helen Udy from My Bloody Valentine. I was having a brain fart there. Sorry.
I was about to say it, but I thought you were.
I just had a minor stroke. Yeah. So yeah, there's that, and then you have your shorts that are coming out, and the feature and everything. Donna, what do you have besides Evil Under the Skin? What do you have that's coming out, or you have a bunch of stuff in pre-production and post-production? Looks like you're going to have a fun year. At least next year.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Well, Hellcat's Revenge Part 2 just came out, and Tim and I were both in that one together. It's a Len Kabaczynski Killer Wolf film production. And Michael Rodriguez, Last American Horror Show Part 2, Dark Lullaby, the segment, is coming out soon. Faces of Fear with Tony Newton, Cam Mason Bell. Oh my God, I think there's like 3 of them that just were recently released. Oh crap. Okay, let me think here. I should have wrote them down, but last time I did an interview, I had like 20 written down.
It's a good problem to have.
I
have so many projects coming out. I just don't. I can't keep track of them. I'm jealous. I don't have that. So that's good.
Well, actually, I tell people that the best way is on IMDb or on my personal website. Every time a movie's released, it's put on there on the link to purchase it or to see it. And that's www.donnahamblin.weebly.com. So they're all on there.
Nice.
And again, Luke that introduced Tim and I, and that's how we know each other. He's the one that manages my website. Thank God, because like I am the most computer illiterate person that probably exists, and I admit it.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's a lot of people that are in that boat, but you know,
we all can't be Leo.
Right, exactly.
Oh, well, I was messaging Tim like, okay, are they gonna send me a link? Do I need Skype? Because I have no clue.
Yeah, well, especially now with everything that's going on, people have to figure out new ways to do a lot of stuff. They're even, there was that one movie that was on Shudder. I forget what it's called, but it was all done on Zoom. The whole movie was filmed on Zoom. The whole thing.
Crazy.
It's pretty crazy, and it was
crazy. It's amazing how creative people can be and get stuff like that accomplished. Even.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
So how did you guys start in the industry? Like, how did so Donna, like, how did you start acting? I was reading your IMDb bio a little bit, and it says that you were acting at a young age. Do you want to talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, I was a teenager, so that was many moons ago. When I moved to Las Vegas, I dabbled in a little bit of modeling, and then I had no clue, but they were auditioning for a movie here, and I'm like, shoot, okay, that would be fun. I'll go be in a movie. So I went and auditioned for it, totally fell flat on my face because I had no clue what I was doing. But there was an acting coach there, and I started taking acting lessons and completely fell in love with the whole art. And I did mostly theater at first, just showcases around, the Strip and whatnot. And then from there, I started moving to different acting coaches, and I was introduced. Ted Michaels came to one of my showcases at my theater class, and that's really pretty much how I got started in movies. I did professional stuff through my agent, nothing that was like a big lead or anything. I'm very fortunate I got what I did, but it was basically Ted Michaels and my friend Luke who really pushed for me. I wouldn't be where I'm at without him. Luke Benier, give it up for you, Luke. And I wouldn't know Tim or any of you guys, but Ted V. Michaels is where I really got my start in the indie horror industry.
Nice. And you haven't looked back since. Like, looking at your IMDb, it's been pretty consistent. So that's pretty good.
Yes,
Correct.
I'm very lucky. I count my blessings every day. I'm very, very fortunate to have been able to create and have fun with the movies as much as I have. Nice. Yeah, I don't take it for granted.
Nice. What about you, Tim?
Actually, I ended up, a friend of mine up in Buffalo, that seems to come back in my story a lot. I played in bands for years, and they had a all-girl punk band, and she was being background or something in some independent movie in Buffalo, and she said I should come up, so I went up to that, and then not soon after that, Marcus Cook.
Oh yeah, yep, he's awesome.
100 Tears.
Oh yes, yeah, I saw that. I was like, yeah, I love that movie. I have it on DVD.
So that was like one of the first films I actually ever did. Marcus is a huge punk rocker. Actually, we have my band has a song in the soundtrack for that.
Nice.
And Marcus said, I can always use people to kill. He's like, if you come to Florida, we'll put you in. So that's what I did. That's kind of where I started.
Yeah.
Just kind of
all the way from there. Yeah, but yeah, Marcus was. We mentioned that you're like you were in Death House, and Leo, he was actually there the day we were there.
Yes. Yep.
And so yeah, and I know Marcus he was working for Soda Effects at the time, and
right. Oh, that's right. Yeah, Marcus was on set doing because I was there that day. They did the whole gag where where Kane pulled out. Yeah.
That which I thought was awesome. I thought it was great. But yeah, that's it's small world. I mean, I guess it's not really that small of a world. Like we see a lot of that. We see a lot of like the independent horror people like always like are in each other's stuff. So that's pretty awesome.
Right.
And I'm a fan of all of it, so that's even better. So just out of curiosity, what instrument do you play?
Drums.
Oh, nice. I'm a bass player. But
oh, cool.
Yeah. And I like punk as well, but just not, I like other stuff as well. But
right. Well, yeah, that's a whole nother story. Like how I got into punk music. I never was really into the punk music at all. And a friend of mine, I'm more of a metalhead, and a friend of mine goes, well, I know, I know, a big surprise. So he's like, I know this band that's looking for a drummer. He's like, they're punk. I know you're more of a metalhead, but you should check it out. So I did, and it's all original stuff. We write all of our own stuff, and
nice.
It was fun. It's fun. Like I just have a blast playing it. So
nice. You still play?
Yeah, actually, we had just got a new bass player just before the pandemic hit, so he's kind of bummed we haven't been able to play it all, but.
That's cool. And just out of curiosity, if I wanted to check out your stuff, where is it on Spotify and stuff?
Yeah, the push rods we're called.
Okay. Nice.
And I have a page on Facebook as well.
Cool. I'll check it out for sure.
Yeah, and I'll send you the link on YouTube. It's a prog metal band I did a recording with last year.
Oh, nice. So. I was the band that I was in for like ever. We were definitely influenced by like bands like Mr. Bungle and stuff like that. So we were a little kind of all over the place. I'll shoot you a video as well. I'll trade you a video.
Awesome. Sure.
Yeah, it'll be fun. You'll hate it, and I'll like yours. But yeah.
Besides movies, we're especially in this time, we were talking indie films or something. I think a lot of people are going to be clamoring for, but also music as well. I mean, trying to find new bands to listen to, because any way you can, kind of keep your time going and keep your mind off what's going on, it's like, music and movies, especially for me, that's like my two outlets. So
yeah, but the one thing, I mean, this is totally off subject of horror movies, and I apologize, but with the whole pandemic, and I'm sure you guys have seen this as well. Donna, you said you hadn't filmed since, what was it, January? I think you said.
Yes.
Yeah.
Uncommon Bond is filmed in January. Wait, that's another one that's out.
But
sorry.
Tough. Like, so there's even, going back into music as well. Like I read an article recently that the whole band of Mastodon is on unemployment. So
really?
That's pretty crazy. Like a band that you figure would be like, because they're big, they're playing like giant venues and stadiums in other countries, and they're on unemployment right now because they can't make ends meet because they haven't played since July, I guess. But it's crazy. I mean, it's that's another reason why I hope this all ends soon, so we can get some new content and people can survive and not have to be broke.
Right.
Excuse me. Yeah, it's terrible here in Las Vegas. All the entertainment industry has been dead, and I think they're going to start doing shows again next week. All the shows on the Strip, all the musicians. I mean, there's hundreds upon hundreds here, and it was actually really hard for them to get on the unemployment, because when you're a gig worker, it's hard.
Yeah.
They had to make up a separate unemployment thing for that. Yeah.
I can't. The good thing on your end, at least when you're in Vegas, like the weather stays nice here longer. Where Tim is in New York, it's gonna be solid snow in a couple minutes, and we're in the same boat. Yeah, it's like in my area, they've reopened comedy clubs and stuff, but they're all outdoor shows, and they're like, all right, we're gonna do this until we physically can't do it anymore. And it's like, it stinks, but I don't know. Try to bring everyone down.
That's why the drive-ins have really done well this year.
Yeah. I just I heard that I think Troma rented out a drive-in movie theater for like the whole month of October, and they're doing like specials like the whole month, which is pretty great. I would love to see that.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's super
well,
cool.
not only movies, a lot of bands have ended up, what I've seen, they have gigs at drive-ins. They're playing at the drive-in because that's the only place anybody can go.
Yeah. Maybe Mastodon should do that.
That's good, though. creative thinking right there. So good for
Yeah.
them.
Yeah, definitely. Well, you were saying something earlier, and I interrupted.
Me?
Yeah.
Well, you talked about going broke, and I was going to try to make that a perfect segue, but you know me and segues.
They're not very good.
They're not very good. Unlike Deadly Grounds Coffee, our sponsor, and they help keep the network going. Deadly Grounds, local roaster right here in Connecticut. And we love supporting indie artists and indie businesses. I spend way too much money with Deadly Grounds Coffee. And I urge you to do the same if you're in a good position. Definitely check them out. They make literally the best coffee you'll ever have. But here we go. Here's the zombie talking about coffee.
Everyone thinks because you're a zombie, you don't know good coffee. Well, they're wrong. There's only one brew that gets my seal of approval. Deadly Grounds Coffee is my guilty pleasure. The aroma is so intoxicating. It brings all of my neighbors out of the woodwork. Deadly Grounds Coffee. Coffee to die for and zombie approved. It's good to get a little deadly. Use the front door! Oh, they're so disgusting.
And also, since we're on Hellfire Radio, we love talking about the other shows there. Here's Sinner Sundays.
What's up, everybody? I'm Diggs.
And I'm Ashley, and we're from Hell Entertainment
Join us for Sinner Sundays from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m.
on Hellfire Radio.
And you can find information about all that in the show notes down below or up above, depending on where you're watching or listening to us. And Sergio was asking for both of you guys, what's the next movie you got coming out?
It might be a tough one. We're in a pandemic.
We are.
One we're both in?
No, yeah, each of you, what's something new coming out for you?
I'm not sure other than, my feature next year, but I'm not sure where Jeff is with Loose Luck and Red versus Wolf. I did both of those with him last year.
Nice. Yeah, that name's been popping up quite a bit. Red versus Wolf. I don't know why.
Really?
That sounds very familiar. When I was looking on your IMDb, when I saw him, like, I've heard that recently. Why?
Well, just like every time I see him in a movie, I'm like, I know that guy. How do
I've been on a few of those reenactment TV shows as well. So.
Oh, have you really?
Yeah.
What shows?
I was on Deadly Affairs a couple years ago.
Nice.
And Fatal Attraction.
None of the paranormal shows. You never played a ghost. Paranormal, like reenact the most haunted places, whatever, when they had to do the reenactments.
No, I'm usually the perp.
Oh yeah, I'm usually the perp. You could have been a zombie or a ghost.
Well,
but,
yeah.
And Donna, what did you say that you had coming out soon? You think possibly?
Well, Uncommon Bomb was just released, and Last American Horror Show Part 2, The Dark Lullaby, will be released soon. As far as I'm trying to think if there's anything else, because most of it's already been released.
Mm-hmm. But you can just go to your website, right?
What we did with Tim, the Loose Luck, where he plays Brick, my boyfriend. Tim and I have been in some really great fun scenes with our characters together.
Yeah.
Yeah, we went from brother and sister now to girlfriend and boyfriend, which was kind of the same.
I was going to say, depending on how you look at it, pretty much the same. But yeah, that was an interesting one for sure. But yeah, so that's pretty cool. I mean, I don't know, Tony, what do you got?
Now, Tim, you've been in, like, you look at your IMDb and you've been in everything. Did you always know you wanted to go into directing, or did it kind of just, come into fruition, or how did that work?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I just kind of wanted to try my Obviously doing all these movies, you know, I've had these ideas in the back of my head, and the Mirror, I actually started writing that like 3 years ago. And one younger guy, Mick, I do the local stuff with, he was like, you need to just make this movie. I was like, oh, okay. So we did it. And then I kind of got hooked on writing and directing. So,
now you want to do like the trifecta? Like, did you ever think of, you know, writing yourself into one of your own, either shorts or now feature or whatever? I know there's some, what?
He's in the door.
No, well, I mean, like a feature film kind of deal, like.
Well, he's the star. You mean?
Yeah, correct.
Yeah. No, I don't. I feel like I don't want to star in my own movie. Like,
are you in the feature? Like, do you have the same role in the feature?
No,
version?
I'm not the sheriff. The guy who plays the sheriff in the features is just awesome. Like, so there's a story behind that. He was supposed to be in the short. Same thing. I didn't want to be in it. And then, so the Western town where we shot both of those films is in Ohio, and they do like Old West, Wild West shows on weekends there.
Awesome.
And the day before I got there to shoot the short film, the guy that was going to play the sheriff fell off the back of the wagon on his face and ended up in the hospital.
Jeez.
So I just ended up kind of getting thrown into that.
Wow.
Last minute.
I don't know. See, I was wondering about that place too. I was wondering if it was like one of those Wild West places that has the shows. That's pretty cool. Like in my area, we have Old Sturbridge Village, where it's like there's like blacksmiths and, you know, like I don't know. It's supposed to be like pilgrim times, I guess.
Right.
It's pretty cool. Like they've filmed some stuff there as well. But it's pretty awesome that they have those kind of things around, and they let you use them as well.
Right.
Sure.
Well, yeah, that's so a lot of in the short. I think me and the guy that played the Beast were basically the only two people that didn't actually work there doing shows. Everybody else play cowboys on weekends. So what better people to cast as cowboys?
Oh yeah. And what about the main guy? The main, was he an actor there as well?
Yeah, he plays Doc Holliday on weekends for the West shows.
Do they do their own stunts there as well? So you were able to put that in the movie, Tim?
Yeah, they don't like fall off top of buildings and stuff, but they.
So he really had to dumb it down for his character, like not knowing how to get on a horse or anything. It was
right. He said, well, and he kept saying like that was harder for him than to actually ride, like to make it look like he didn't know what he was doing.
Nice. It was a really cool idea for the movie and stuff too. Like, did you have that idea for a while, or is that something that just came to you?
Actually, the premise of that started out as a horror film. My friend Mick, locally, we had talked about it, and then I actually did a movie at Dogwood Pass, the West Town, and I became good friends with the owner, and then I was like, I need to utilize that. To have access to this town, the people, the horses, the costuming, all that stuff. So then I wrote the door, and
that's cool.
Yeah, I still stand by that. Especially towards the end, you know, it has the tension there, and the other one, the other short that you have, the what was that one called?
Mirror.
Yeah, Mirror. I mean, that one was definitely more wacky, but I wasn't expecting that. I can tell you that right now. I wasn't expecting what it was, but it was still pretty cool, and I really enjoyed the masks too. I'm like, those are cool. I kind of want one.
Yeah, I tried. So I was trying to figure out what I wanted to make the people without having to go crazy with makeup and prosthetics and everything. And then I came across those masks, those crow masks online, and so that's what I went with.
I'm surprised that those are like a thing for sale. Like I'm going to try to track one down. I'm curious if you have other animals as well, because they're just neat.
Oh yeah, they have. The place has great stuff, and where I found where I bought that stuff, I was in a It was a anthology theater of terror. We did a couple years ago.
We just had to do it for that because he's coming out with another one. We just had
right. So the girl who did my makeup for that, I was a werewolf. I asked her, and she gave me the name of a couple places to buy that stuff, and that's how I came across it. So, like you said, it's all connected.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, and that was a really fun one too. Theater of Terror, I thought was a really good time, and I'm looking forward to what he does with the second one as well.
Right. Oh yeah. Definitely.
So I just had a crazy idea because I'm an idiot and I'm a geek and I can see Ken's already smirking
You're an
already.
idiot and a geek. Okay. I don't know how that.
So I know you're expanding the door into a feature, and I absolutely loved it. And I'd love to see more, but have you thought about maybe turning that into a series, like a fucking nerd series? So, like the main character. Oh, go ahead.
I have to tell you that line was actually improv by the rancher. Like he just said that, and that like stuck.
Love it. It's so. I mean, the main character, and I know we didn't really describe the short too much, but he's obsessed with John Wayne, and he wants to live a life of John Wayne. So maybe the next series could be, maybe somebody that's in love with sci-fi and stuff like that, and he gets a door warped into Star Trek or something.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. A bunch of people have talked to me about that. It's kind of almost like the quantum leap thing. You could go
then
anywhere.
He would have to find like a little town that they do like sci-fi shows, and he have to become with that guy. And then he has to find.
You could knock, two birds with one stone, and just go to some of those events, because medieval events and cowboy studies and stuff like that. Star Trek nerds will actually go to those and pretend they've beamed down into some weird planet or something like that.
From experience.
I'm upset that you sound excited about that. So I don't know. You should stop.
It was one of the reasons I did the feature. Everybody's like, you need to make this a feature film. There's so much potential here. So, and I know Greg, I've known Greg now for 10, 11 years, and he's always talked about doing a Western. So I got a hold of him, and I just,
No, did you film the feature in the same spot? Did you go back to that? Nice.
Yes.
That's awesome.
So must have made it a little bit easier because we've had a lot of indie directors on, and they're always talking about how hard it is to find locations, or like you were saying, they have their own get up outfits and all that stuff. So that probably cut off half the worry that at least you have your location, you have wardrobe and whatever. And like you were saying, they were actors themselves, so they know how to work it. So it must have made it a little bit easier.
Yeah. I mean, it's always hard to do any kind of a period piece, but this time was a little harder. I don't know if I'll ever do another feature again.
Well, it's your first one. Who knows? I mean,
yeah, I'm just saying, it was. I have a lot more respect for anybody that does features now. Holy shit!
Yeah. Now I'm going to ask a question that may be tough to answer, but I'm just going to ask it anyways. I don't care. So Donna, if you had to pick one movie in your whole library of movies that you've been in, if someone was like, I want to check out, I want to see, sell me on you as an actress. What movie would you recommend people check out to be like, this is top notch Donna right here?
Excuse me. My allergies are kicking my butt right now.
That's okay. I understand. You're allergic to bad questions. I get it.
Oh my gosh. Well, without any, playing favorites with producers or directors, to me, the most hideous, creepiest character that you can portray is my favorite. But I tell people to this day, I love every one of the characters I played, but I had the utmost fun with my character Rosie in Hellcat's Revenge, the biker, the tattooed biker with the nose ring and all that, just because her personality, I was able to just reach out, play sarcastic, funny, evil, mean. I mean, just every side of the aspect. But so, I mean, Rosie's definitely my favorite character. As far as my acting skills, I don't know. I mean, I really don't try to read the reviews or the critics from stuff that I've done because, there's always a jerk that wants to put you down, but personality, whatever, go to hell. Right?
Yeah.
So, anyway, no, I'm kidding. I just don't read them. I choose not to. But I did get a lot of praise for Uncommon Bond that I just did about a mother who lost her child and puts a vlog up about it. And that was just a complete drama, very draining. I had a lot of crying, a lot of emotions in that one. So I guess it depends on the audience. I mean, it would be for a different, some people would say, oh my God, of course it's Ted B. Michaels, those movies. But it depends on what your taste is for it. And, the character that you portrayed. I mean, like even with Red versus Wolf that Tim is one of the stars in from Jeff Schneider up in Oregon, we shot a few years ago. I was on screen. I'll probably be on screen for maybe 30 seconds. But that I had so much fun with, and it shows that I can be, have comedic too, rather than just screaming horror, this or that. So I guess it would depend, but maybe Rosie would show because that's so out there. That character is. She's so out there, but I don't know. It's hard to say as the actress. It's probably easier to say as
picking
an
a child.
audience.
Yeah, it's like picking a child as your favorite. So I'm going to ask Tim the same question. Tim, what do you think?
I knew that was coming.
Hey, Tim.
Come on, sis, help me. The same. It depends. It depends on what you're looking for. Like,
right.
The short
Is
that
there
Donna,
like one that you're like the most proud of? Like, oh, I really killed it in this one. Like, I
killed it, as in killed it, or
as in Waka Waka. Yeah. Is there anything that stands out that you like? Oh, geez, I really, went all out in this one.
I really liked the Challenge of 5 Gauntlets I did. Donna was in that one too. I played a Scot, and I learned a Scottish accent for it. I thought I did pretty good with that, and it's basically an old school 80s martial arts film. And I don't know martial arts, but I play the big brawler.
Yeah. You didn't have to wear a kilt or anything, right?
No, I didn't.
Like,
there was talk of that. There was talk of that. But
at the same time, too, if it's a martial arts movie, you want to be very cautious.
Yeah.
Especially because,
it's funny because Tim always plays these very bold characters, and he's a hell of an actor. I do have to give you that, Tim. But I was coming back because I was asking him earlier about that short, No One Has to Know, where he actually plays completely opposite of what a lot of these cast for. And so, I mean, I of course, I loved your character in Challenge of 5 Gauntlets, Tim, but I think out of everything, like that was my favorite watching you was No One Has to Know. And you didn't even hardly talk in it, but man, it was just so, your acting was so powerful in it.
Oh, thank you.
That's
what I was going to bring up next. Like for actual like drama stuff. Yeah, I would say probably that film.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, that's all right.
What movie was that?
The short she was talking about early in the show. No One Has to Know. I play a homeless guy.
Okay.
I can send that to you.
Yeah. I was gonna like, as you guys are mentioning these titles, I'm going through and seeing if they're available, like where they're available. So yeah, that would be awesome. I would check that out.
That one I think on YouTube
all movies doesn't just have to be horror. I like everything.
Because I literally have no dialogue in it. So
but that's the thing though, is there's a lot of actors that are out there, like, you can act your ass off and not have any dialogue.
Right.
Like David Howard Thornton with
Terrifier, yeah.
Terrifier, where it's like either just like you're just a look too. It doesn't have to be
Right.
like movements or anything. It's a certain look or whatever. There's a, you know, plenty of people that, you know, sometimes it's like they don't have to say a word and you're like, I get it. Okay, I
It's the
understand.
kind of actor I want to be because I won't remember lines. I could just be like, all right, look like you're pissed. All right, cool.
Well, and also trying to sell a movie with no dialogue as an actor. I mean, it's not easy to do, but when you can, it's like, well, yeah, you know.
Yeah. And if it's done well, I mean, it's you know that definitely stands out. You know, like if it's done well, like that would be a selling point to me. I'd be like, not one word is said in this movie. You have to check it out. It's ridiculous. You know.
Right.
So yeah. Where can you find these films, please? Good old Angela. So they're available everywhere, right? Just go to your IMDb's. If you click on the title, and you know, a lot of them are available like streaming on Amazon and stuff like that. And I don't know. Do you guys know if you have anything on was it Tubi?
The Johnny Gruesome, I think's on there.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Donna, do you know if you have anything on Tubi?
I'm not aware of any.
Oh no, it's
not
just
that I'm aware of. It could be though.
I think Challenge is actually on there now.
Nice.
Donna.
Yeah. And,
Is it really on Tubi?
Yeah.
We've been hearing Tubi's great for, you know, indie filmmakers because the payout is a lot better than Amazon.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I
Greg
wondered
actually told us that. Yeah, he said that the percentage is a lot higher.
Has a wide audience.
And you said The Door is currently in film festivals. Are you going to release it afterwards, or?
Yeah, I'm gonna. I think what I'm gonna do is use it to basically push the feature once I'm done with the film festivals with it. I'll probably just put the link right on the feature page, so people can get a taste.
On social media, hopefully you'll have the short as a special bonus on the Blu-ray or DVD. That'd be awesome.
Right, and we're talking about doing a commentary.
Nice.
That we got some stories to tell on that one, believe me.
I'm sure. Yeah. It's a really cool idea for a movie. So yeah, I'm excited to see what you do with the feature. And now knowing that Greg's involved in it too, I'm extra interested because I'm a fan of him as well. That's,
there's actual like shootouts and everything a Western has. So
cool. Oh, so Angela's in England. That's right. I forgot. She's in England. Oh, it might be tough. Might be tough to find those things streaming. I'm not sure how that works.
VPN.
Oh yeah, that's right. VPN. Get a VPN.
Yeah, Angela, if you're having trouble watching anything, get yourself a VPN. What's the one that I use?
I use was it Surfshark? I think it's called. It's pretty cheap, and you can make your computer think that you're in, like I can make it think that I'm in the UK and I can see the Netflix that's available in the UK.
Right.
Vice versa.
The one I use is ExpressVPN. It's a little pricier, but what it is it actually builds up a virtual machine every time you turn it on, and it runs it in memory so that, you know, whatever you do is like nothing's saved whatsoever. So, there's no tracking.
We're tricking the man. That's what we're doing.
I am.
Anyway.
So now they're going to listen to us and know exactly what you're doing.
No, they're not. Everyone's doing it. You know.
Yeah,
everyone's doing it.
Say if you want to watch, you know, Netflix in Canada, you know, you should be able to do that with ExpressVPN.
Actually, I can do it on my Fire Stick. I have Surfshark on my Fire Stick, and I can make it think that I'm in another country.
Yeah, because there's a lot of stuff that's actually filtered out of like Netflix for the US. And once you go to a different country, it's all opened up.
Yeah. Anyways, I don't know how this turned into a Netflix conversation, but anyways.
Well, you were talking Tubi, and then it went from Tubi to Netflix.
Well, yeah, and as far as I understand, too, I don't think it's as difficult to get things on Tubi. So that's a good route to go because, like, I know there's been a few films that we've had on, and we're like, we were on Amazon for months and we got like 25 cents, and we were on Tubi for like, you know, X amount of weeks, and we got like, you know, $50 or something. So it's like, and no, it's not like $1 billion, but still.
Right.
There's ads, like, so it breaks it up into like commercial breaks, which,
okay.
But it's a free service, so I can't complain.
There's not really that many commercials.
Right. I guess it depends on what time of day you watch. If you watch earlier in the day, there's more commercials, but who watches like at noon? Like I put it on at like midnight. So I get like 2 or 3, ads or whatever, but it's fine. So yeah, go check out Tubi, people, if you haven't.
Yeah, I guess for people just wanting to get their product out there and get it shown. I mean,
totally.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. If I see a movie and I really, really enjoyed it, I wanna buy it. Like I want to have a physical copy. I want to be able to support as much as I can. And so yeah, but it's a good option to check it out, before you go out and buy it. And they're still getting some money. Even if you didn't love the movie, they're still getting some money because you watched it.
It's a virtual private network. Basically, it's a service you pay for, and you install it on your computer. You hit a button, and it'll ask you what country you want to appear from. Say you want to appear in the U.S. or Canada or whatever, and then it makes your computer think you're physically there. So.
Did you see the second part of her comment? I should get me a man.
Well, at that point in time, you need someone who knows, internet. You can get someone who knows
anything about computers. But anyways,
you need a fucking nerd. That's what you need.
Yeah, there you go.
That's what you do. Go through different doors all over,
VPN door.
Yeah, exactly.
There we go.
Screen doors, sliding glass doors, everything. I don't know. I don't know where I'm going with this.
Now, you guys were talking about how close knit, especially indie films and indie horror stuff. Do you now, since you two work together a lot, do you, if you're writing something, Tim, do you write something for Donna or vice versa? Or, I know Tim would fit perfectly in this, or.
Right. I haven't yet, but.
I can answer that too. I mean, all the stuff that Tim and I have been in as of yet are written by other people and not Tim. But when you are writing, you are producing, just like any other producer, you have a specific person in mind or a character. So, I mean, yeah, you can write your friends into the movie. I never expect anybody to ever do that for me. But like our friend Luke, he writes a lot, a few things that Tim and I have been in together. He's written those with us in mind, and it's worked out really, really well. But it's just, I don't know. Some people do it. It's never expected from me. But I mean, the stuff we've been in has been so much fun. Reacting off from Tim, like I said, he's a hell of an actor. So anytime I know that I have a script that I'm doing with Tim, I know he's going to give me 100% to react off from, which is the added fruits of acting. And just, because as an actress, that you could just go where and just have a. So now I'm getting off. Let's talk about Tubi.
Let's go back to Here, you guys, check out Roku TV.
Yeah. If I had to write something for Tim, I would write a creepy guy.
Yeah. We also,
it wouldn't be like a after school special or anything like that, like a romantic comedy.
PBS.
Well, I mean, obviously, so Tim, obviously you have.
Tim has the creepy brand down.
Yeah, it comes to things like the one with the crows, stuff like that. So it's, have you ever unfortunately, I don't know if it's unfortunate or fortunate that you get cast in a lot of those kinds of roles, but have you tried to go into some different types of roles?
Well, I feel like I have at this point. I started out doing strictly basically horror and all that, and Johnny and the one guy on Facebook actually made a comment about me and Johnny Gruesome, how I usually play the big killer and stuff, but that I was just kind of comic relief. So
yeah,
I guess that was kind of a different role for me.
So I guess, I've seen you in so many things, but I guess I haven't seen you in enough things to know that it's expanded so much. So I take it all back. I apologize. But anyways, it's Leo, it's just about that time.
It is. And you know what? I'm going to play one more ad before we end. So we just had this guy on last week's show for the Dorkening. It's actually, you know what? I'm just going to play it.
Oh, hey there, Count Panic. I got a question for you.
What's that, Bob?
What do you know about Mothman, the Loch Ness Monster, ghosts, demons, and things that go bump in the night?
Not much, Bob.
Well, lucky for you, we host a podcast called Bob After Dark where we talk about legends, lore, and the supernatural.
Wow, where can I find this podcast?
Wherever you find your great podcasts at.
Bob After Dark.
Yeah, we had a nice talk with him about all sorts of paranormal stuff last Wednesday.
That's cool. Sounds fun.
Yeah.
Hey, I got a great name for your show.
Yeah, what do you got?
The Fucking Dork.
Oh,
dorks.
True. We are.
That's our 31st edition for the Dorkening Podcast Network.
Fucking dorks.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you said was dropping the F-bomb, Tim. The effing dork. Okay. My volume not working too good.
So I want to thank everybody
Did you say the effing?
Yep.
Yes, I did.
I thought you was talking or effing.
Nope, fucking. He said.
Fucking.
Yep.
Okay.
In.
Turn my volume
No,
up.
G. It's a hard N.
Well, okay then. All right.
Let's go camping.
As long as you don't pluralize it, right? Like the fucking dorks, then it's okay.
Yeah.
Well,
You
it
didn't
is
do that,
pluralized.
right?
There's 4 of them.
Yeah. We're dorks. We accept it. Sorry.
So Donna, where do you like people following you on social media?
I'm sorry, what?
Where do you like people following you on social media? Where do you like interacting with your fans?
You know, I interact more with like family on Instagram and whatnot, but mostly it's on Facebook, and I'm always continuously putting my website on there when it's updated and whatnot. But I would have to say I don't do the Twitter thing. I don't do any. The only thing I have is Facebook and Instagram. I'm kind of old school. Unless they come out with something new, I might try it. But yeah, I mean, so that's where I do most of following, which is okay. Just don't send me any. Oh God, don't send me any dick pics.
Yeah,
I knew you were going to say that.
And I just realized
You know what? The thing of it, I don't open any photograph at all. In fact, there was a.
I don't know what that was. Maybe it was a dick pic.
We've had Jeff Grennell chatting in the chat room.
I can't hear.
Sorry. Yeah, I think your phone froze a bit. But yeah, you were saying don't open any photo attachments if you get them on Facebook, I think is what you were saying.
Okay, I lost you guys for a second there.
Yeah.
Can you hear us now? I don't know.
Okay. So, Tim, where do you like people following you and interacting with you on social media?
Basically the same. Facebook,
Yeah,
mostly.
I
I am on
right to
Instagram.
garbage. You know, sometimes I have fun, dusty little messages. I'm pretty good at getting them. My creepy brother hasn't sent me any, so that's a good thing.
Well, the year's not
You're
over
not
yet.
that creepy of a brother, so you haven't done that yet.
Coming.
But
Not yet.
Yeah,
Not
definitely.
yet.
The Facebook. Huh?
I said, yeah, not yet.
What, Tim? Not
I
yet.
said,
Okay.
yeah, not yet.
Oh, Lord. That could be on Evil Under the Skin Part 2, right?
Yeah.
Like in the middle of a scene, your phone goes off, and you just look at it like, you're just like, huh? Am I right?
Well, the funny thing of it is Evil Under the Skin, reading the script and everything. So Jeff Schneider, the producer, director, he wrote a lot of stuff in, and he wrote more about Tim and myself's characters. And we're just, I'm sure we were, Tim as well, we were just like, oh my God.
Well, I remember
But,
you sent me a message. You like, have you read the
we ended up
script yet?
having a lot
Because
of fun with it. I
we
know
have
I
to
did.
kiss in this movie.
Right? Yeah. And you wrote back, aren't we brother sister? Yeah.
Well, at least you can say you've done that on film now.
We
Not in
have.
real life film. Yeah.
Well, and you know what? I was so glad when I found out that it was Tim, because, like I said, reacting off from him, I knew it would be so much easier. I mean, you're doing scenes that is like a kissing scene with anybody is the most awkward, one of the most awkward things you could do in film, and to make it look real. So, with him playing my sibling and doing that also, I was like, and so I was very thankful it was him because I knew that he would make it right and make it work with me. So, yeah, kudos to you, Tim.
Thanks. I think that's why Jeff put that in there, because he knew you and I had worked together and play off of each other really well.
Yeah.
So I guess he just tried to see how far he could push it.
On set.
Plus, he wanted to see it. He's like, I've always wanted to see a brother and sister.
Yeah.
Worked out on my behalf. Anyways. So Tim, people can follow you on Facebook and Instagram mostly?
Yes. Instagram is Crow the Actor.
And it's just your name on Facebook?
Yes.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, I believe Crow the Actor on Facebook as well. I don't know.
I think that's the page, actually. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool beans. And I got a bunch of information, like I said, in the show notes down below or above. And Tony.
You can find me at Tony Has Nine Fingers on YouTube, where I do movie reviews, unboxings, whatever have you. Anything movie related is pretty much up on there. Right now I'm doing the 31 Days Half October series, where I'm doing 31 horror movie reviews in 31 days. Tony Has Nine Fingers on Twitter, which I hardly ever use. Tony's Movies on Instagram, where I show off the movies behind me. And of course, here on the Dorkening, most Tuesdays. Kevin?
A Knuckle on Twitter and Instagram every Sunday. What am I talking about Sunday? We don't do Sunday. Every Tuesday on Wicked Horror Show. I'm
Wait,
also
are you saying you want to do Sundays again?
I'm busy that day. Sorry. And,
it's the fucking dorks.
Yeah, the fucking dorks.
The new days.
Happy Sunday, everyone. It's the fucking dork. So and then I'm also doing reviews with the 13th Wolfman over on the audio side of that, and I'm also part of Secret Underground Hideout and Black and White Fright. And if you go over to secretundergroundhideout.com right now and watch the Halloween special, there's a special discount code for Deadly Grounds Coffee, our sponsor. So go check it out and get 10% off your Deadly Grounds.
Nice.
Yeah.
And for me, just Google Leo Pond. You find a bunch of stuff. Could be true, could be not, but more importantly, follow our awesome guests. Definitely look for The Door when it comes out. And if you're at a film festival or a virtual film festival, hopefully we can check it out there. And just head on over to thedorkening.com, which you can find a bunch of information about the shows on the network. And like I said at the beginning of the hour, is we're also on Hellfire Radio. So look for our shows there as well. Tons of stuff happening.
Yes, and hit up both of their IMDb's and look at their immense library of films and track them down. Support your local, you're not a local, but support your independent actors.
Exactly.
And filmmakers. Yeah.
Well, thank you guys. We'll catch you guys later.
Oh,
Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much.